This is the Hüüsli. It's this adorable tiny house, garden house, that is part of our Swiss Manor property. And in this video, I'm going to give you a full tour of the inside of this amazing building built originally in the 1720s. The concept of a tiny house as we know it today didn't exist in the 1700s, but this adorable little house is maybe my favorite thing about our entire property, especially the downstairs basement space, which is probably the most authentic, cozy, historic room that we have. But we will get to that in a little bit. This is a curiosity in our entire neighborhood. Everyone loves this little house that sits on the corner and knows about it. In fact, a lot of folks didn't realize that it was part of the same property with the main house, and they were so curious about it. So when we first had an open house and invited everyone to come and just see what the deal was before we began our big renovation project, plus get to know our neighbors, there was so much curiosity specifically about the Hüüsli. Okay, so now why do we call it the Hüüsli? So in German, the word for house is Haus, spelled a little bit differently, H-A-U-S. And in Swiss German, they would pronounce it Hüs, in the Hüs. And when you add the suffix li to something in Swiss German, it means that it's small. So a Hüsli is a small house. I'm going to give you a full tour of the original state of the Hüüsli, which is a little bit wonky. We are going to be renovating this house, and so this is the before tour. The house has a footprint that is just 280 square feet, or about 26 square meters, but it has 3 stories. The ground floor has 2 main rooms, along with a tiny showering area. The upstairs is a full attic space with angled ceilings, but definitely some potential use cases up there. And the basement is where the kitchen and eating space is, along with a toilet. When we were first looking at this building, we wondered, what was it used for? Why is it here? And why is it arranged like this? And the big question is, what are we going to do with it now? So let's take a look inside. Starting with the main floor. The front doors of the Hüüsli are these thin wooden doors with this heavy metal bar bracket locking mechanism. Clearly very old school, but a little endearing, which is how I feel about a lot of things in this house. Then right in front of you as you walk in, there are 2 narrow and very steep staircases, one going up and one going down. Let's turn immediately to the left where we will find room number 1 on the main floor. It's a simple room with a large window. I love the beams, the old beams that are in the ceiling. I called this the blue room because of the previous owner's beds and carpet choices, which will all definitely have to go. And then in the back, there is this tiny and awkward showering area. It has a little shower and a sink, but no toilet and also no door. It's tucked under the staircase. And the water doesn't work in the Hüüsli currently, so I wasn't actually able to try it, but we're definitely going to reimagine this space with a larger, more functional bathroom. Then heading to the other side of the main floor is room number 2. In here, there is a fireplace. It's actually one of 2 fireplaces in the house. The other one is downstairs, which we'll see in a little bit. There is a built-in cabinet along the wall. and another large window, beams in the ceilings. We even found some old wallpaper under where a light fixture used to be, which kind of shows you what it might have looked like many, many years ago. The previous owners had a bed in this room, and of course the green carpet from the 70s has to go. And when this space is empty, we are envisioning it as a living room space with a convertible sofa, so it could still be a sleeping area, but primarily for watching TV or just reading and hanging out by the fire. We have a cool idea to open it up above, so let's head up to the attic and I'll show you what I'm talking about. As we squeeze our way up the narrow staircase, you can see that there is a lot of space up here, the entire footprint of the house on the upper level, but also some limitations because of the very steep ceilings that obviously follow the slant of the roof, as well as the beams, the structural beams, which look really cool, but are a little bit short. It's actually not as bad as I thought. I'm about 5'6", or I think 147 centimeters, something like that. And I can fit under it. Now, my husband couldn't. He would bonk his head, but it's a super cool space for maybe for our kids or for a loft. Of course, the closer you get to the angles here, it gets kind of low. So we have some thoughts about what we want to do up here. The stone walls by the windows up on this level are fantastic. Look at that. I would love to be able to keep those exposed if we can. And here's what we're thinking. We may open up this high ceiling area over the living room to expose the beams and the vaulted ceilings, and then create a loft sleeping area on the other portion of the attic with a kind of a low bed to make it manageable. This is something you see in a lot of more modern tiny house designs, and I think it would be a really great use of this upstairs kind of space. The current stair setup isn't staying. It's just too dangerous, super narrow, and not well placed in the space. So we're still working out if we can put stairs up to the attic or maybe use a ladder kind of situation. So we'll see what we can figure out there. Speaking of the stairs, let's squeeze our way back down and head to the basement, which, as I said before, is one of my favorite rooms of the whole property. The basement is one big room down here that just feels really cozy and authentic. This fireplace is definitely the main focal point. We love the terracotta tiles that are on the floor. And over here we have the toilet. It's currently the only toilet in the house, and it's pretty disgusting. But look at that door. The black and red colors are significant cantonal colors in Switzerland, and I definitely want to keep that and incorporate it in the space. In the corner by the fireplace is this original stone sink. Now, when we walked through the whole property with the man from the Organization for Historic Preservation, he said that this sink is for sure original from the 1700s. It was one of the main clues about the original construction of the house. Really, really cool feature, the fact that it's still there. So technically this was the kitchen area, and the previous owners had a few electric appliances like a microwave and a single burner hot plate. In keeping with that idea, we want to create a more functional kitchen area. And in this space, we even kept some of the furniture that was there, like the table and bench. the bar and bar stools, and even the crest over the fireplace. And I can just imagine doing a cozy fondue dinner by the fireplace in this space in the winter. So that's it. This brings us to the end of the tour of the Hüüsli. Let me know what you think, and if you have any ideas for the design and the renovation. Check out our other videos to see the rest of our Manor House property, and stay tuned, and we'll see you again soon.